Hello, people. This is Sonic732, and welcome back to the next part of Final Fantasy IV. Holy crap, it's been ages since I made the episode, and I am so sorry for that. It's just vacation kind of got me on a really tight schedule, like really tight, as in, like, this is like one of the only episodes. Actually, no, to be honest, I've recorded this episode probably like in the middle of July. It's just I've had no time to like sit down and record the post commentary because of the many vacations I've taken, personal stuff, and yeah. So yeah, finally bringing this to you guys after about almost a month after recording. Better late than never, I assume. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. I really am so sorry. But yeah, either way, though, in today's episode, we're going to be going to the final dungeon and doing stuff in it. So yeah, in the final dungeon, you're going to be seeing a lot of past enemies, which I stupidly did not edit out. Because, I mean, like, you can see this episode is 26 minutes, and that is what my favorite YouTubers will call a beefer. So yeah, this episode is a beef for 26 minutes, I believe. So we're gonna be here for a while, and I'm not gonna even lie. About 60 or 70% of this video is just enemy encounters. Like as you see, I'm running into so many, and we fought these guys in like several other places on this game. And why I didn't decide to edit these things out, I don't even know. But like I'm also thinking though, like did we run into any like unique monsters for this one dungeon, or are these all just like past enemies? But I don't know. I let them in the video for some odd reason, so you guys are subjected to watching this. And we got the red giant now. Ooh. But yeah, beef of an episode. I'm gonna have to find. Okay, it's dead. I'm gonna have to find like a million things to talk about though in this one episode because I mean, I probably do have a million things to talk about, but like um, it's hard to think of something. And oh, monsters, two red giants. Oh, okay. How are we getting out of this though? But yeah, either way though. So while you see me playing Final Fantasy IV in this on the screen right now, let me say a few things. For one thing, this is I believe the second to last episode. Next episode should be the finale. I'm saying should because if everything goes according to plan, the next episode should be the last few bosses as well as the final boss, which I fuck what was his name? I forgot the boss's name. It's not Golbez. Zemus? I think his name is Zemus or something like that. Anyway, the next episode we should be fighting Zemus, and then the LP should be over. 9 months later. Oh my god. I really. Ay ay. Next RPG I do, if I'm ever gonna do another RPG, which I really want to do another RPG, guys. Trust me, this is not the last time I want to do this, but next RPG though, I have to manage it hella better than what I'm managing this right now because holy crap, the way I manage this Let's Play, like, I really wish I had more time to record episodes for this because like recording for an RPG, believe it or not, it's hard. I think I talked about this in another episode in like a previous episode, but it really is hard recording RPG because not only do I have to focus on my mainstream LPs, and they're dead by the way, but not only do I have to focus on like my mainstream LPs, which right now I'm doing Shadow of the Colossus, which I should probably record more of that tomorrow if I have time, but also you have to find time to record for RPGs, which if I've learned, I mean, if anyone knows anything about RPGs, it's that they're not like a normal video game. If you want to make an RPG video streamlined for the audience, you have to edit past mundane stuff. You gotta edit past grind. You gotta edit past same enemy encounters. You got like if you see a battle's dragging out for too long, you either edit past it or you leave it in there because it offers a viable strategy. You gotta talk about a lot of stuff, which is something I'm not really good at during these RPGs. But it really is hard recording for one. Ah, great, we got a warlock and a carry. These things are called carries? Oh, I really had no idea. But yeah, so next RPG I do, I really just hope I have more time to record for it because that's probably one big regret I do have for this Let's Play. It's just that it's taken so long to put out an episode of this Let's Play. Because at first I had everything recorded for like the first month, and then updates started becoming really slow, then incredibly slow, and I think I went like 2 months without an episode. So yeah, it really was hard to record more Final Fantasy IV because I had to worry about school, my personal life, other stuff. So all that it really does. It takes a lot of time management, which is one thing I have not learned since I've started this channel, because almost going on to 4 years. Oh my god. So yeah, if I ever the next Let's Play, next RPG Let's Play I do, I should stress that. I definitely have to manage my time better, and I have to think of another RPG that I pretty much know like the back of my hand I could actually play. I would really love to do Bravely Default, but I can't record on my 3DS, so that's pretty much out of the question. Um, trying to think what else I could probably do. I would love to do like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door or like Tales of Vesperia, but even then, those games would require so much freaking grinding. I mean, maybe not Paper Mario, but Tales of Vesperia. Oh my god, that Let's Play is gonna require leagues of grinding, and that's something I can. I mean, I love Tales of Vesperia. I really do love that game. I mean, hell, during this Let's Play, like really early parts, I talked about Tales of Vesperia and how much I was love playing it. But I mean, I still love that game. It's just the amount of grinding I had to do because like I decided for that game like I was gonna go for semi 100%. That like so basically in Tales of Vesperia, how you get additional abilities is based on your weaponry. So every time you kill an enemy, you get I believe AP or SP or whatever it's called. That goes towards your item, your weapon equip, and whichever skill your weapon has, you could gain that skill personally. It's almost like Final Fantasy IX if you guys ever played that. So I decided to do that for every weapon I could find. And that was probably my first big mistake because the amount of grinding I had to do just to get almost every ability in the game was that really was something. Ah crap, talking a lot really has got me thirsty. But yeah, that was something. So if I would do Tales of Vesperia, I would have to edit out. I mean, I have to like, personally go back and just record, not really record, just more like grind personally everything I have, all the items, and then like record when I'm at a viable thing. But then again, like if I do all that grinding, I'm pretty much gonna be at like a really high level, which isn't bad per se because the game does offer a challenge. But still, like I gotta think about that. But then I also gotta think about like what other RPGs could I do. Like I mean, I would love to do another Final Fantasy game, but like if I were to do a Final Fantasy, like it'd probably either be 5 or just for shits and giggles 1 because I kind of started this game with 4. I kind of started with Final Fantasy 4, so I gotta go back to the first game. But even then, I just don't know. I mean, there's also South Park. I would love to do South Park, but then that would be a lot of editing. Oh my god, the amount of editing with South Park will just be so unbelievable. I mean, I still got time to think about what RPG to do, but I'm just trying to think ahead like right now, just so like when I do get to the next RPG, I won't be like I can at least practice it before like I go head first into it because I mean prior to doing this LP, the last time I played Final Fantasy 4 was honestly the summer of last year. That was the first time I played and beaten it. So yeah, I can't I gotta choose one that I'm really comfortable with. I would really love to do one on the GameCube, but like even then I'm looking at my GameCube collection, and they don't really have a lot of RPGs that that I could probably make interesting. But I'm probably gonna get like a million hate comments for this just for that because like, oh, you didn't look because GameCube gives a lot of RPGs like Bon Kaido said, Skies of Arcadia. But yeah, I don't have those. Actually, I had Bon Kaido was the first one, but I don't have Skies of Arcadia. But I'll think about it. Maybe another PS1 RPG. Maybe Chrono. No, I can't do Chrono Trigger. Crap, I got the poop version. Ah, dang it. I mean, I'll think of it eventually. I'm like looking through my collection right now. Like, what other RPG could I possibly do that won't take an eternity? Dang, whenever I think of RPGs, I'm mostly just thinking like Final Fantasy because like in terms of like other RPGs I really like, a lot of them are handhelds, but I can't play handheld. I can't record handheld games, so. Unless, you know what, I might have another suggestion, but you know what, if I do go through with it, I'll save it for the when I get to it, because I have the game, I have it on my Wii U. I could probably record it. That'll make for a really good RPG, really fun and unique RPG actually. So, you know what, I might go with that. But yeah, we're fighting warlocks. Yeah, I haven't even looked at the screen for so long. I've kind of just been gazing away. But okay, so that pretty much one RPG tangent that kind of took up like 8 minutes of the episode. So you know what? I'll take it. If it kills time, it kills time. But you know what? Let me talk about something else, though. Something that's really controversial. Actually, no, you know what? Let me talk about Final Fantasy 15. Because that's been in the news a lot lately with good and bad stuff. I don't know what kind of what it mostly like is, whether it's good or bad. But you know what? I'll let you guys be a judge of it. So, starting off, actually, you know what? I won't start off with the major thing. I'll start off with the semi-major thing. The movie came out. What's Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15, and I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it, but I actually looked up showtimes. I think it came out this past Friday. Actually, no, it came out yesterday. Well, the day I'm recording this is the day it's going up, which is 8/20. It came out 8/19. So, like, I really wanted to see that movie because, like, I mean, I liked Advent Children. Say what you will about that game, the movie. I mean, I personally liked it. I mean, maybe it's because I play Final Fantasy 7. I care about the characters, so that's probably why I liked Advent Children. But I mean, most people I hear it's either really boring or really good. So, I mean, yeah, I haven't even seen The Spirits Within. Is that the first movie? I don't know. Pro Jared did a video on it, and that movie seems poop. So I'm not really gonna bother watching it. But I mean, I really wanted to see Kingsglaive, but like they did like a limited release of it, which is kind of stupid because I mean, Final Fantasy is a big name brand. I'm pretty sure you could get away with a lot of people seeing that movie. I mean, I know it's a video game movie, so the standards are probably really low for the general like consensus. But still, like a lot of people will go out to see Kingsglaive, and like I looked up showtimes for New York, and they were showing it in the city like at night, which I mean, at night it doesn't really matter. It's summer, so I could pretty much get away with that. But like the city, I had to travel like almost an hour and a half just to go watch a movie that may or may not be good. I mean, personally, I would have done it because it's Final Fantasy, and like I love this series, so I probably would have done it. But like, I live like 2-3 blocks from a movie theater. They couldn't have been playing it there. Like I could literally travel like half that time to another movie theater, but they had to play it in theaters. I mean, and select theaters. I mean, like, why? Ratchet and Clank didn't do that. That wasn't a Sony movie, sort of. So what's the point of that? So I mean, I don't know. I really want to see the movie, but whatever. I'll probably just wait until it comes out like a Blu-ray or something. I don't know. Might go for that like really ultimate collector's edition for Final Fantasy 15, which comes with like everything, like art book, the movie, a soundtrack, the Noctis figure. That's like $200, but still, if I have the money, I'll buy it. Actually, no, that's kind of a bad thing. But okay. But yeah, Kingsglaive. So that came out, and it's been getting pretty. I mean, it's been good, from what I hear. I mean, I only saw a couple of reviews, and they've been giving it pretty, for movie reviews, positive-ish reviews. So I mean, it shows that Kingsglaive isn't that bad, which is all right. But I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like the timing that Square could have released the movie could have been a lot better because I mean, like, it kind of plays into like the whole putting the car before the horse thing, if that makes any sense. Because they're releasing a movie for a game that hasn't even came out yet. I mean, with like stuff like Ratchet and Clank, they were able to get away with it because the game based on the movie came out already was out at the time. We had 10 years of games worth, so we cared about Ratchet and Clank. So for those diehard fans that want to go see the movie like I did, we cared about the characters, so that was it. But with Kingsglaive, though, we don't know who the hell Regis is. We don't know about, what was that, the guy from Breaking Bad's character, Nyx. We don't know about Luna Freya. We don't know if we really do care about these characters because we haven't played the game yet. The game pretty much dictates whether or not we care for the characters. But since the game isn't out yet, we don't really know what these characters are about. Like, I mean, I get it. You could really make the argument that that anime thing that Square Enix is doing, the Brotherhood Final Fantasy, will do it, but not everyone has seen it. I mean, I've seen all the episodes so far. I've seen episodes 1 through 4 because those are the ones that came out yet. But I mean, for general public though, they really don't know or they don't know if they should care for these characters. So if they don't know if they should care for them, then what's the whole point of watching the movie? I mean, people make the argument that Advent Children did that, but the thing is that came out 10 years after Final Fantasy VII. We cared about Cloud, Tifa, Barret, Red 13, Kate, Ketchi. We cared about all those characters. So we wanted to see what happened after Final Fantasy VII. But we don't care. I mean, obviously the diehard fans care about Noctis. They care about Prompto, Gladiolus, Igneous, or whatever his name is. But for everyone else, they really don't know or they don't care about those characters. So why should we watch a movie about the plot of a game that may or may not be good and we may or may not care for? So I mean, that's probably just one big thing I really don't. I'm kind of like iffy. I'm squinting at. Just the fact that Square released Kingsglaive before they released the actual game. Well, speaking of releasing the actual game, more of that in a second. So I mean, I'll still watch it though. I'm gonna get 15 no matter what. And whether or not I like the game, I'll be up to how Square made it. So Hajime Tabata, it's all on you. But yeah, that's Kingsglaive. I'll watch it if I get the chance. But I mean, right now I kind of have other priorities, so I can't really invest my time into a movie. But yeah, so far I've been hearing it's been pretty goodish. So, and that's hopes for that. But you know what? Time for the big news. the really really big news that pretty much it's been pretty much talked about a lot lately. So 15 got delayed again after the final release date was set for September 30th by Square. And note they said that it was the final release date. It got delayed to November 29th. And I mean, the reason they gave for that is because they wanted to implement. They had a really big day one patch, and they wanted to implement that day one patch into the final game, so that people pretty much could just pop in the game and play it. Which, personally, based on modern gaming, that is bullshit. Because regardless if the game is finished or not, there's always something you have to download. Whether it's the system installing the game itself, whether it's a day one patch, there's always something you gotta download. But I mean, I guess but people really are getting mad over it. Like honestly, the best example I could kind of see is my friend Tyreek. And Tyreek, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt you are, giving you that shout out. He actually made a video about that, basically calling out Square on the fact that right now they're kind of being really irresponsible with the fact that they're delaying a game that's been in development for 10 years. And yeah, I said 10 years. I've been saying that almost my entire ever since I started Let's Play. That 15 has been in development for 10 years. And I hope that game is really, really good, because if it ends up sucking, oh boy. But yeah, he made a video called, I'm looking at it right now, FFXV, Final Fantasy 15, More Bullshit, No Excuses. And he's a really small channel. He only has 32 subs. But somehow that video managed to blow up. It was featured on the front page of GameFAQs, that website. It was featured there. And pretty much everyone complained to him, saying that he was basically that he was a fanboy. He was calling out Square in a game that wasn't even released. He's pretty much saying the fanboys were pretty much saying that he was calling out the game. And I mean, I get where he's going at. I really do get it, because we've been waiting 10 years for this game. People have pretty much lived entire lives. Ah. Okay, sorry about that. My mic fell off. Oops. So if you heard like a little bit like, yeah, sorry about that. Oops. But people have pretty much graduated high school. Like, if the game was announced in 2006, I was in either first or second grade. I'm pretty much about to graduate high school. This is my last year. That's how crazy it is. People were in high school and are now in college or living lives, like having actual families. And this game still hasn't came out yet. So, pretty much the fact that Square is delaying it to implement a day one patch, which it's good. Don't get me wrong. It really is good that Square is doing this, but in modern day gaming, it's basically the norm that a day one patch is pretty much guaranteed with any game you get. Think about any game that's come out in the past months or years that hasn't had a day one patch along with it. And even in some of the most critically acclaimed games have had big day one patches. For example, Witcher 3, Uncharted 4, I think had a really big one. Should I count Metal Gear Solid? Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5. Those games had really big day one patches, but they were still outstanding games. I mean, I have hopes for Final Fantasy 15. I want this game to be good. And I mean, we've waited 10 years for it, but just the fact that we could have the physical game on September 30th, the date Square promised us, and they went back on their word and said, "Oh, no, we're delaying it." I mean, it's something that I could see why people will defend, but at the same time, someone that that really wants the game to come out, and just the fact that I could have the game, and I mean, I don't mind saying for a day one patch. I've done it for like a lot of games like in the past few years, and those games ended up being really, really fun. I had a really good time with it, and I hope I could have a really good time with it, and I hope Final Fantasy 15 is an adequate game, because if they delayed the game, and the game comes out November 29th, like they're saying, and it ends up being a bad game, that's gonna be bad. Not only for the fans, but for Square. Because I'm pretty sure Square is banking on everything for this game to succeed. Like, 10 years of development, this amount of money being poured into the game, that is absurd. And I just really hope that this game ends up being good, because if this game ends up being bad, just imagine what will happen. I mean, there are other reports saying that there are more reasons why Square delayed the game besides that day one patch. And the biggest reason I see is that they don't want to compete with Persona 5, which honestly, they should have probably just went along with that excuse, because that's actually a pretty more viable excuse. Because for one thing, I know Final Fantasy is a name brand that's been going on for 25, 30 years. I know that. But in terms of recent quality, Persona definitely has the advantage. Because with Final Fantasy 10, I mean, the clients started kind of going on with 10, with 10.2, in my opinion, because 10.2 wasn't really it had a fun combat system, but it wasn't really that much loved and acclaimed like the other Final Fantasy games. Then came 11, which I hear was a really good RPG. 12 was another really good game, but I mean, yeah, I think 12 was a really good game. Then 13 happened. Just the fact that whenever you mention 13 to any Final Fantasy fan, that isn't really a good sign. So with something like that, Final Fantasy really has to hope that 15, Square really has to hope that 15 does really good. And going up against Persona, which probably has a lot of hype on it right now, and the fact that it's getting released, I believe, in the same month as 15, Square has competition. They really do have a lot of competition with Persona 5. And I mean, I kind of hope Persona 5 is a really good game. I really hope Persona 5 is good because I played 4. I like what I played with 4. So, with all due respect, I hope Persona 5 is good. So, Square, of course, has to delay the game because they don't want to compete with that. So, of course, delayed to November 29th. But this is another really weird thing. They delayed it to November 29th. What comes out a month prior and a month before? 2 more Square games, World of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts 2.8. So not only does Square have to hope that whatever games get released in November, which I believe is Dishonored 2 and Pokemon Sun and Moon, which are 2 of the major releases that month, not only does Square have to hope that Final Fantasy 15 can beat out those 2 other franchises, but they also have to compete with themselves. Because with the day before, with the September 30th date, not only did they put 15 in front of the other 2 Square releases, but they pretty much guarantee that all the Square fans will most likely buy whatever comes out first, which before was 15. And probably World of Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts 2 will be like a second thought. But now they have to worry about, what if people buy World of Final Fantasy but they won't have enough money to buy 15 or Kingdom Hearts 2.8. So you put it in between those 2 other games, so you have to not only compete with other games coming out that month but yourselves. So it's a very weird choice. That's honestly what I'm trying to say. Oh crap, all this talking is really getting me thirsty. And in the end, I really hope that 15 is a really good game. I really, really hope it is because, obviously, I could pretty much get away with saying this. I really can get away with saying this. That whatever comes out, it won't match our expectations. Because 10 years of development, that says a lot. It really does say a lot. People are going to be expecting, like, a masterpiece, like the magnum opus for Square with 15. And regardless of what happens, the game might not meet some people's expectations. Excuse me. I've already accepted that I'm not going to be getting what I saw E3 2013. Because that trailer that they showed at 2013's E3, where, they rebranded Versus 13 as 15, that trailer made my jaw drop. I was amazed at what I saw. I was literally, I was starstruck at how amazing that trailer looked. I've already accepted that I'm probably not going to be getting that game I saw. I've already accepted it. So I've seen the trailers. I've seen gameplay. I've played the 2 demos that came out. So I know what I can expect from that game already. And as long as I have fun with the game, as long as personally I have fun with the game, I won't let that detract from the overall quality of the game. If it's a fun game, it's a really fun game, and I'll recommend it to people. But I'm not going to be placing like these godlike expectations that I'm going to be playing the second coming of Jesus. I've already accepted that we're not going to get what we saw all those years, which looks freaking amazing still. So, I hope the rest of the fans could honestly have that stigma too. I really hope they have that stigma because if they go in with those really godlike expectations, then I'm sorry to say, but they're going to get disappointed, and that's probably a really bad thing. Hype culture really has done this to a lot of gamers, which is why games like, Titanfall or No Man's Sky have had these really hard, follow-ups. Because not really follow-ups, more like hard days after release because people have placed enormous expectations on these games, and then what they got was severely underwhelming. So, yeah, wow, I'm playing I'm you guys are watching a video about Final Fantasy 4. I'm talking about like the philosophies of gaming and like hype culture and stuff like that. Wow. But you know what though? These topics really did kill a lot of time, and the sprite flickering is unbelievable right here. Yeah, it's not the video, guys. The sprite flickering really isn't the video. It's the port. It's honestly the port of Final Fantasy 4 on the PS1 that's causing all this sprite flickering. So just don't think that anything's going wrong with the computer. Sorry about this. It is my fault. It's the port. It's the port. Just blame that. And of course, oh my God, so many random encounters. Oh my God. Okay, but yeah, this video should almost be done, and I mean, yeah, I pretty much said all I have to say about Final Fantasy 15. I hope the game is good. I'm praying that the game is good. I'm hoping that I probably can't, but I'm hoping I could probably beat it before Kingdom Hearts 2.8 or South Park: The Fractured Butthole comes out, because that comes out like a month after the game, and as soon as Kingdom Hearts 2.8 comes out, I'm probably going to be investing all my time on that one game because I want to play a version of Dream Drop Distance that I could kind of manage now that I know how to play the game. And I want to play the little demo I could get of Kingdom Hearts 3 with that Fragmented Memories or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called, but I really want to play that. I want to get a little taste of Kingdom Hearts 3 because that's another game that Square has held from us all these years. Now I think about it, Square has had a history of, keeping games from us. Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 are probably two of the biggest examples. And that Final Fantasy 7 remake, which we're getting to, but I don't know when, and it's episodic, so I don't know. But I mean, yeah, yeah. I just hope I can beat it before Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Fractured Butthole comes out. I mean, South Park probably will take me like, I don't know, a couple days to beat. I mean, Stick of Truth wasn't really that long of a game. You could probably beat it in like 10 or 12 hours, which for RPG standards, that is ridiculously short. And something like, Kingdom Hearts 2.8, Dream Drop Distance Soul will probably take a good 24 hours, 20 hours to beat. I mean, now I know actually how to play the game and manage my skills. It shouldn't be that hard theoretically, but still, it's gonna be a challenge. And either way though, we've almost reached the end of the episode. Are we gonna cut or like no? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, guys, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, do you want? And I will see you guys in the next and final episode of this game. Hooray! So peace out, peoples, and remember.